You hear me? Colin Cowherd been, let me see if I can find it here. But Cowherd been yapping as well. Oh yeah, here we go, baby. Here we go. I got him. I got you, Cowherd. I got you, Cowherd. I'm coming for you, Cowherd. I see. Yeah, you talking and yapping. I'm at your head top, Cowherd. Give me a second, man. Here we go. Y'all ready? Last segment, dog. Let's get to it. Let's finish out strong. Make sure you're in the chat, like it up. You're in the chat, like it up. Matter of fact, share this with whoever, dog. Share this with your family. Share this with your wife, your girlfriend, your kids. Share this with your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister. You hear me? Support the channel, support the grind, huh? Share this with everybody you know. Big SKOL, SKOL Vikes, win, lose, or draw like that. You hear me? But Colin Cowherd talking crazy about the Vikings defense, about the Vikings roster. He says they ain't great. What? Let me play a small clip for you and make sure you understand. Pay attention. Understand. Pay attention. You hear me? Yeah. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it real quick. Give me a second, yeah. Give me a second. Let's turn it up too, though. Make sure you hear him clearly, vividly. Let's get it. Here we go.
Pivotal. Because they can't, I mean, he's had a lot of these fourth quarter drives. It's not a dominating defense. It's with Brian Flores.
Here we go. Gotta rewind it back, dog. Hold on.
This is not a great roster. Defensively, it's kind of a.
Here we go.
Yeah, just figure it out. That's all.
And by the way, this is not a great roster. Defensively, it's kind of okay. So they're getting in these games where
that's right. That's what I gotta say right there. Right there. Now this guy said, first off, he says not a great roster. Well, a great roster doesn't win 13 games, correct? That's first off. Then he said this is not a good defense, basically. Basically said it's not a good defense, and I think he says something about Flores too. Give me a second.
Sam becomes really pivotal because they can't, I mean, he's had a lot of these fourth quarter drives. It's not a dominating defense. It's with Brian Flores, they'll take risks. They take the ball away, but he's in a lot of these close games. They have put
every team, every quarterback is in close games. That's first off. So he said they're not a dominant defense. But before I even respond, I'm gonna just go to the stats because people love to see the numbers and talk about the numbers. Who is a dominant defense? Matter of fact, forget the stats. No, I won't forget them. Are they dominant? Not in every aspect, but are they dominant in certain points, certain parts? Hell yeah, dog. 1 second, want to hit the stats first, then we get into more of it. But first off, before I get into the defensive stats, first off, for Colin Cowherd to say that it's not a great roster, does a great roster get you to 13 wins? Once again, he said the defense is not dominant, not really good. Well, how are they not good? They don't let teams score in the red zone. Is dominant being ranked number one in run game defense? Or do they have holes, weaknesses? Yeah. Do they have the perfect roster? Does Brian Flores make up for the lack of talent on the roster? Hell yeah. But even with the coach being great, he went and seeked these players out for some reason. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? I don't care how great the coach is. He still needs players who can fit his scheme, Colin Cowherd. You hear me? You dig me? You get my drift, Cowherd? So for you to say this isn't a dominant defense or a good defense or a great roster, you're cap, Cowherd. You're cap. Now, I know you've been going back and forth on the Vikings nuts, hopping on Darnold's nuts, you know, giving them respect too, giving them respect. You kind of took away some respect after the 2 losses, but overall, dog, you've been respecting Darnold, respecting the Vikings, right? Hopping on a bandwagon a little bit. But at the end of the day, the players make the scheme. Have you hear me? And as far as scheme, these players are great in this scheme, in Brian Flores' scheme. No, could they go on another defense and be average and be this and that? Oh, yeah. But that's why football is a team sport. That's why you have coaches, Colin Cowherd, heavy. You hear me? So in this scheme this year, they have been elite. They have been great, especially at certain moments. What's dominant? What defense is really dominant? Who's the best defense in the game, in the league? Are they really dominant? Heavy. I would say you're close to that dominant, if not dominant, very good, really great defense if you're number one in run defense. Is that not a dominant stat? Cowherd, huh? is that not a dominant stat, Cowherd? Big biscuit head, cheetah head, punk. No disrespect, but we just head with it. You hear me? Not allowing teams to score in the red zone majority of the time. Is that not a good defense, a good roster, good personnel? Huh? They should have had 5 picks on Geno. They dropped about 3 of them bitches. Blake Cashman, Stephon Gilmore, Shaq Griffin. They all dropped out. Should have been easy completions, easy interceptions going the other way. That's what I mean. Be great. Now, does our defense needs improvements? Quick fixes, dog? Hell yeah, you hear me? Is it Corstens on the interior? Even they're the number 1 ranked rush game defense, but it's still Corstens, huh? The eye test tells you. The eye test tells you. I understand that part of it, dog. But for you to look at this team and this team be 13-2, and the way they have dominated some teams heavy, what's the definition of a dominant defense? Because the whole season, this defense has been carrying the offense. It's been games straight, consistent games where they've literally won the game for the offense, dog, or kept the offense in the game, the whole game. You hear me? The Detroit Lions game, even though they lost. The Rams game, the Arizona Cardinals game, that great comeback. Heavy, you hear me? The Seahawks game. So what is a really good roster, a really great personnel, Colin Cowherd? You hear me? You want to lean on the coach and make it about Flores. Well, guess what? Like I said, the players have to be great in your scheme. The players have to be elite in your scheme, Cowherd. So in the Flores scheme, the way he plays, the way they play, guess what? They are elite. They are dominant at times. So stop the cap and stop just yapping, Cowherd. Sitting back running your yappers, running your trappers. Huh? Stop. Kill that noise, Cowherd. You want to speak on the Vikings? Speak accurately. Speak correctly. Don't disrespect nothing over this motherfucker. Heavy, you hear me? Period, dog. True fan hit the biggest fan, and we ain't going for none. Care who you is, where you stand at, what show you on, etc. I'm on everybody head top, ready to make their head drop. I ain't got no picks, huh? You hear me? Heavy. 13-2. Ain't gonna fix his lips with audacity. This not a great roster. They're great in their scheme. Do we got great coaches? Hell yeah. But that's why it's a team sport. That's why you just ain't got players running all over the field, Cowherd, not being coached and developed. Huh? Cowherd? Oh, you don't get that part, that aspect of it, do you, Cowherd? Do you even watch the Vikings play, bro? Have you watched them play yet? You hear me? Or these dudes be funny, bro. No disrespect. No disrespect, Cowherd. What's respect to you? Heavy. You one of the pioneers, right? All right, bad. SKOL VIKES. Watch your fucking mouth. Period, dog. Let's wrap it up and get into these Viking stats this year. I'm gonna get up out of here. Much appreciated to y'all in the chat, dog. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe once again. Hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell, huh? Period. Get back to it real quick, man. Hold up. Gotta get into these stats, homie. All right, defensive stats. And keep in mind, it's more stats that go, it's more stats than just these out there. You have DOV, DOA, you have pressures, pressure per game, sacks per game, goal line stands. So this is just showing the basics, really. The basics, huh? The bottom line, right? Heavy. But I'm going to go off this for right now. But you want to really do your research? Let's go look and see if the Vikings defense hasn't been dominant at times. This guy Cowherd, bro. Stop the cap, homie. Total yards a game, 20th, ranked 20th, 356.6. Not great, but they win. Not great, but let's go here. Points allowed, second, boom. You hear me, homie? That's the difference, Cowherd. That's dominant, homie. That's dominant. Points allowed, Cowherd. You hear me? That's dominant. Ranked second. That's what's dominant, Cowherd. That's a dominant fucking defense, Cowherd. You hear me? Hands down, man down. You see that stat? Heavy. They're not allowing teams to score, and they're ranked second. Huh? You know how hard that is to keep teams out of the red zone in general? But when they enter the red zone, keep them from scoring, holding them to 3 points. Majority of the time in this NFL offensive power driven league where you can barely touch the offensive guy in some scenarios, most cases, and they're holding teams to what it say 18, 19 points. That's dominant, Cowherd, you big biscuit head punk. Passing yards a game, ranked 29th. Need to improve. That's where pressure. If they're not getting pressure, it's a different defense. We can agree to that. We can admit that. But even then, struggling in pass game defense sometime, right? They still get the job done. They still make the big play. They still force the most turnovers in the NFL. That's dominant. Big time team, big time moments. Who makes a play, Cowherd? Heavy. Rushing yards, 87.1. Ranked second in the NFL. That's dominant, Cowherd. Heavy. Now, sometimes on the eye test, they don't look dominant, right? I get that. But what do you go by, Cowherd? Do you watch every Vikings game? Hell no, I guarantee no on that one. I guarantee you don't, right? But they're ranked second in rush game defense. They're not a great personnel in that scheme. Huh? Kidding me, Cowherd? Watch your mouth. Already been on point. Only 18.4 points given up. Only 18.4 points. Ranked second. Third down percentage. Second. 33.7, dog. So they're a good, solid third down defense. What do you mean, Cowherd? Huh? Heavy. Watch your mouth. Put some respect on it. You speaking too much, capping too much on the Vikings, homie. Giving out erroneous information. You hear me? Y'all saw the stats. Y'all saw the numbers. Huh? Come on, bro. Stop the cap. Chad Aker, what up? SKOL, let's bring the Lombardi home. Let's bring it home, baby. Let's bring it home. You hear me? SKOL Vikes win, lose, or draw, man. That's pretty much it for the live, though. But I had to get on Colin Cowherd's head top, make his head drop. So, yes, the Vikings defense is dominant at times. Do they need work? They got to continue to get better? Hell yeah. Every team got to do that week in, week out. Period. Don't ever disrespect this roster. Hard as them boys done work, toughed it out, fought it out, dog. Battle, Cowherd. Watch your mouth, watch your tone, homie. Heavy. That's my opinion on it, man. The Vikings defense is dominant. It is elite. They are elite in the scheme they're in.